The Note 20 Ultra, probably the best Samsung has to offer at the moment, but how does it stack up against the best of Apple, the iPhone 11 Pro Max? Let's take a look. First of all, let's take a look at the design of each phone. The Note 20 Ultra is significantly taller thanks to a larger display. Other dimensions are almost identical. The iPhone is almost the same in terms of width and identical when it comes to thickness. Despite being larger, the Note device is lighter. However, the Note 20 Ultra's camera's bump is much bigger since it packs a lot more megapixels, including the main 108 megapixel sensor and a telephoto camera with 5 times optical zoom. There's also a dedicated laser module for the best autofocus speeds that I can't wait to test in my detailed review. Subscribe to the Tech Line if you haven't already so you won't miss that. The iPhone has a more conventional triple camera setup with fewer megapixels to play with. There's also only a 2 times optical zoom option in comparison to 5 times zoom on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra since it uses a periscope lens. Samsung's phone can also record 8K video, whereas the iPhone maxes out at 4K 60 FPS. On the other hand, Samsung still doesn't let you use all of the 3 camera lenses in 4K 60 FPS mode, whereas the iPhone allows you to do that. On the front, the iPhone uses a 12 megapixel shooter, whereas the Note 20 Ultra has a 10 megapixel snapper. If you want to see a detailed camera comparison, let me know in the comment section down below. In the hand, both phones look premium and expensive. Well, they should because both devices cost over 1,000 euros. It's really a matter of personal preference which one looks best. Neither phone can be managed in one hand unless you have massive claws. The Note uses an aluminum rail, whereas the iPhone has a stainless steel frame which may look nicer but it scratches much easier. In fact, the frame on the iPhone 11 Pro Max is probably the easiest to scratch, which is really disappointing. I'm so happy that Samsung finally decided to use matte glass on this beautiful mystic bronze color option, which may look like pink in some of the shots, but in practice it's definitely bronze. The phone looks really nice, but if this color is not for you, there is also a black one, which uses glossy mirror-like glass for some reason. I really want Samsung to release a matte black model, but we'll see that in the future. The buttons are easy to reach on each device, but I prefer a larger power key on the iPhone. Also, the volume keys on the left side mean that you won't mistake them with a power button. On the other hand, I have no problem with the Note's keys, it's just a matter of getting used to. Both devices are water and dust resistant thanks to IP68 certification. Neither phone has a headphone jack though. Samsung easily beats Apple when it comes to the display because it is sharper, it is more vibrant, and it's just a better panel overall. Also, it sports a 120Hz refresh ratio as opposed to 60Hz panel found on the iPhone. I can still say that the iPhone 11 Pro Max has one of the best screens out there, but once you put both phones side by side, the winner is clear. The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra also has a fingerprint scanner that is implemented under the screen, whereas the iPhone lacks this feature. On the other hand, its Face ID is probably the best out there both in terms of speed and security, but it requires the notch, which is pretty big, especially compared to most of the full-screen phones today. The S Pen is probably the key selling point of the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. It's the best stylus implementation on any Android or any phone in my opinion. You can do a lot of things with it besides taking the notes, of course. It increases your productivity, creativity, and simply gives you a lot more options to manage the device or complete a productivity task. There are also new gestures that allow you to go back, open recent apps, go home, start screen write feature by shaking the S Pen, and so on and so forth. I wouldn't say that I plan on using all of these new features, but it's always nice to have options and see the S Pen functionality improve over the years. In terms of hardware, Samsung gives you bleeding-edge specifications that assure excellent overall performance. iOS devices usually require less power to be fast and responsive all the time, but the A13 Bionic is still one of the most powerful mobile chipsets out there. I didn't do any extensive speed comparisons, but both phones are super fast no matter what you do with them, so it's hard to choose the winner. Now other features as quickly as possible. The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra has a dual SIM card as well as the micro SD card slot, whereas the iPhone only has a single SIM and no memory expansion option. The Note 20 Ultra has a larger battery that can be also recharged faster using both wired and wireless charging methods. Samsung's phone also has a reverse wireless charging feature, which may sound like a gimmick to some, but is actually really useful to charge your watch or a pair of earphones. The last thing is the price. The Note 20 Ultra's prices start at 1,300 euros, whereas the iPhone 11 Pro Max starts at 1,100 euros, meaning that it costs a few hundred less. Overall, I think that the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra offers a more complete package, and ever-improving S Pen functionality is the phone's key selling point. The display is also bigger, it is better, it doesn't have the notch, and it has a 120Hz variable refresh ratio. Also, the Note 20 Ultra is slightly lighter, the camera has a lot more megapixels to play with, there is an 8K video recording and 5 times optical zoom. The Note's aluminum frame is also less prone to scratches, the phone has a fingerprint scanner, a larger battery that can be recharged faster, dual SIM and the micro SD card slot. The iPhone is for those who prefer iOS or have other Apple devices and they want to stay in the same ecosystem. For instance, it works seamlessly with my MacBook Pro. Everything syncs and pairs pretty much seamlessly, and I might even say that Apple still has the best ecosystem at the moment, but feel free to disagree with me in the comment section. Despite lower specs on paper, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is still one of the fastest phones the money can buy. I've used this phone for months now and I'm yet to see it stutter or lag. Despite having a notch, its screen is still top-notch. The design is really subjective, but I actually really like it. I even like the pancake-style camera layout. The iPhone is also more compact, so it's easier to carry around. I also like the fact that Apple releases all color options at the same time. For instance, I wanted a matte white model, so I bought it. With Samsung, you need to wait forever for a new color option thanks to their ridiculous regional marketing policy. Some of the regions simply do not get all of the colors for some reason. Further, all of the iPhone's 3 camera lenses can record 4K 60fps video, which is really important for me as the video creator. In fact, some of the shots in this video were taken with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I think it still has the best video quality on any phone at the moment. Lastly, the iPhone is for those who don't like handwriting or they simply don't need all of the S Pen features. At the end of the day, the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra shapes up to be a better phone overall, but it all comes down to the ecosystem you personally prefer and the features you actually use in your everyday life. If you want the best overall package the money can buy at the moment, go with the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. If you don't need all those extra features and sheer power of Samsung device and you want to stay in Apple's ecosystem, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is still one of the best phones around. Now a word from the channel sponsor. FreeWinX Video Converter helps convert, compress, edit, and download videos in 2 simple steps. It uses a level 3 hardware acceleration for super fast performance, and it lets you convert any videos between 420 plus formats, whether it's an HD or 4K video. Most importantly, this software is absolutely free and it does not have any disturbing ads. Download WinX Video Converter now using the link in the video description and enjoy the best-in-class software for free. Go to the comment section down below and start an iconic Apple versus Samsung battle, or be objective and tell me which phone you prefer and which is your favorite feature of each device. Also, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.